This lesson is going to pick up where we left off with diagramming subjects, verbs, and direct objects, and we are going to move into a part of speech now, which is adjectives. And a few things you need to know before we move any further. Okay, adjectives can tell three things. They can tell which one, what kind, or how many. And they can tell these things about only two other parts of speech, and that's nouns and pronouns. Those are the only two parts of speech they can talk about. And adjectives tend to describe, but again, it's more accurate if you think which one, what kind, how many, and that's actually very easy to memorize. Now let's look at several sentences and see what we can tell about any adjectives that we have here. All right, now the first thing we're going to do is to actually go through and find the nouns or pronouns that these adjectives would be describing. Okay, in the first sentence, we're looking for a person, place, thing, or idea. Those are the things that can be nouns. And we have puppies and we have grass, both things. In the second one, we have Saria, who's a person, and a bicycle, which is a thing. And I'm labeling those an N for noun. Saria again, and we have cars, another thing. In number 4, we have a kitten, which is a thing, and ball, which is a thing. In number 5, we have something a little different. We have the word you, which is actually a pronoun. We have man, which is a noun, and jacket, which is a noun. In number 6, we have I, which is a pronoun. We have pens, noun, they're things, and school is a noun. You can think of it as a thing or a place. Either one makes it a noun. And then in the last one, we have witches, people, potion, thing. Okay? Now let's change colors and let's find some of our adjectives. Remember, they can only talk about nouns or pronouns. They will tell which one, what kind, or how many. Obviously, we have 10. How many puppies? We have the grass, and articles are always adjectives. Tall grass tells what kind of grass. Green grass, green tells what kind of grass. Saria has a bicycle. It's a blue bicycle. It's a racing bicycle. Okay? All of these are telling which one. Saria loves fancy cars, white cars, and they're racing cars. We have a black kitten, and it was playing with a ball, small ball. It's a red ball. Okay, here we have nothing talking about you, but we have the man, and we have the jacket. It's a black jacket. It's a leather jacket. Here I have 7 pens. How many? Colored pens. What kind? Marking pens. What kind? 3. How many? Witches. I have ugly witches. That's what kind. We have a potion and we have a magic potion. Now look at this last one very carefully because there's a trick in here. And we do not want to fall for this. Do we have berry witches? And it's like, no, that doesn't make any sense at all. So very is not talking about witches. It's doing something else that we will get to when we talk about adverbs. All right. Now, just to so you can see visually how this is working, I'm going to teach you right away how to diagram these. All right, let's take one of our sentences. Saria has a blue racing bicycle. All right. We would have as a diagram, first we need a baseline. Well, I'm sorry, first we need to analyze our sentence. And we look for the action first. What's the action? The action is has. Verb. Who or what has? Saria. Saria has whom or what? We have an answer, so we have a direct object. Now, these are parts of the sentence. They're not parts of speech. Okay? Saria is a noun that's working as a subject. Bicycle is a noun working as a direct object. Okay, now we can do our baseline. And we have Saria. Our subject verb line goes clear through. Has no capital because it didn't have a capital in the sentence. Direct object line stops right at the line. And we have bicycle. The baseline contains the heart of the meaning of the sentence. It's the most important parts. But as we just said, we have some other words in there, and we were able to label them, and it's a bicycle, it's a blue bicycle, and it's a racing bicycle. And you'll notice these are below the line, but their lines touch the bicycle line. That's because they are modifying bicycle. Let's try another one. Here's another one that we worked on. And now let's approach it from the vantage point of parts of the sentence. First, we look for prepositional phrases. Now that last one we didn't have any prepositional phrases to look for, but here we do, and it is for school. Starts with a preposition and always has to end with a noun or a pronoun, which is the object of the preposition. But for right now, we are just finding preps and getting them out of our way. Okay, I have 7 colored marking pens. Okay, what's our action? Have. Who or what have? I. We have a pronoun subject. I have whom or what? I have pens. I have a direct object. It's a noun direct object. Okay, so let's do our baseline. Whoa. I have pens. All right? But as we labeled before, we know more about the pens. We know how many pens and what kind of pens. And so we have 7, and we have colored, and we have marking. Okay? And that shows all 3 of those are touching the pens line because they are modifying pens. The last one in our list before Was 3 very ugly witches made a magic potion? And do we have any preps? No, we don't. Okay, so what we need to do is find the action. Well, it's made. Who or what made? Witches. That's a noun subject. Witches made whom or what? Potion. It's a noun direct object. All right, let's diagram. We have witches, subject, made, verb, direct object, potion. Now, this time our noun is the subject. Doesn't matter, where it is. It can be in the subject area or the direct object area. This time it's in the subject, and we have 3. This is how many witches. And you'll notice I put a capital letter on 3 because it was capitalized in the sentence. We also have ugly witches. And as we said before, we do not have very witches. So any line for very cannot touch witches because we don't have very witches. But we do have some adjectives modifying potion, and we have a potion and we have magic potion. All right? And that pretty much explains it. The rest of it you do from here is just practice, practice, practice. And also always repeat, tie each adjective to the noun you're trying to attach it to, and that will tell you if you're on the right track.